Banks can now use XRP, according to a recent announcement by JPMorgan. Within the following 3 to 4 months, they estimate its value might reach $710,000. Concurrently, JPMorgan Chase made it official that it will now take XRP as collateral for mortgages. In addition to credit card payments, this strategy will help JPMorgan Chase Bank reach a wide audience. Users will also find blockchain and cryptocurrency payment processing to be more intuitive. According to reports, JPMorgan has been purchasing XRP for the previous several months. John P. Morgan began dollar-cost averaging when they first purchased XRP on September 16, 2016, and they have continued to do so ever since. Publicly available information indicates that they hold 7.5% of their wealth in XRP, and they have also chosen to collaborate with Ripple. The goal of Ripple Labs' efforts to facilitate cross-border transactions involving $125 trillion on the XRP ledger is to utilize the digital asset or the International Swaps and Derivatives Association. They partnered with JPMorgan, BlackRock, and Ripple after seeing the magnitude of the derivatives industry. If you want to pay for anything on this market, keep in mind that XRP can hit a new record high in the next 2 weeks. Meanwhile, we thought it would be a fantastic idea to offer XRP to everybody who watched this movie for free by mentioning it in the description. Thanks to our collaboration with Elbow, we were able to make this happen for everyone. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications when new videos are released in order to receive free XRP. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video and would want to join Elbow, you can do so by clicking the link in the description. Following these easy steps will allow you to finish the movie in under 5 minutes. Free XRP up to $100 in value is on the table. Having said that, since the film reached its peak, let's watch it. There was a 38,736.64% increase in the value of XRP. Its value has increased by 228 since then. Its meteoric rise of almost 38,000% brought it to a new all-time high. It has been considerably greater on occasion. Although there has been a 6% decrease in the past week, it has actually increased significantly when we consider the larger picture, and this is where we discuss the greater picture. The volume has increased by 20% in the past day, $253 billion, despite there only being 58.68 billion in total supply. Consider chicken. Out of a total supply of $100 billion, only 58.68 billion are really in circulation. What follows is a discussion of a significant action being performed by black employees, and the XRP ledger will facilitate the 1.25 quadrillion futures market, according to JPMorgan. Tomorrow is when we will have our next meeting to discuss this. There are whispers that average people will have a harder time, and there are fewer places to purchase within enterprises. Following this video and another from Ripple, these assertions have been made. The reason this payment is scheduled to arrive in a few days is because RealFi is using the XRP system to tokenize real estate. According to what they stated in a post, it will all start at their primary account. To ensure the XRP ledger can process transactions beyond $654 trillion, $390 billion, we have been testing it and monitoring it closely over the last several days. This massive development demonstrates how advanced, useful, and massive the technology powering the actual world is. Consistently trustworthy, you were rather pleased by the genuine tokens XRP-based fast transaction processing, cheap fees, and overall process management during your testing. These findings make their potential usage in real estate finance apps quite apparent. Quite soon, the Really crew will release our website, payrealfi.com, was a smashing success, and we will inform you soon of the start time for Real. Many businesses thereafter began mentioning XRP and Genuine in the same breath. The basic premise is that transactions worth of will be possible on the XRP ledger. These past several days have seen an event with a value between $654 trillion and $39 trillion. But the XRP ledger is about to expire, thus it will happen soon after this announcement, maybe even in the next few days. Because Ripple anticipates a decline in XRP's value, they have made it impossible to purchase the cryptocurrency. According to Mr. Ramana Kumar, the concept of using XRP for purchases was never intended to be. They have gone to such extreme lengths as to prohibit its actual purchase. Be very attentive because I am going to play this video clip twice. However, our goal is for astute companies to profit from XRP's potential as a financial asset, linking various forms of existing currency, Would this be beneficial or detrimental? Because of how loud it is, we would prefer not to have it around. It is possible, though, that we will have to be patient. Institutions, for instance, purchased the vast majority of XRP sold during the previous quarter. This is going to be utilized going forward for large-scale banking transactions, transitioning from the retail to the institutional market. At this juncture, the nation will experience its first real change. There will be a market boom, stock market boom, and national boom, as $6 or $7 trillion have been injected into society. Perhaps a compromise is possible. They have used us for their own gain for a very long period, and we have been completely out of their favor. I am at a loss for words. It will absolutely rocket. From what I can tell, our nation is receiving investments of up to $7 trillion. We need to have this conversation, spoken about by people. You'll witness the outcome. In our nation, things will improve shortly. An executive order involving public funds is something I'd want to bring to your notice. Compared to checks issued by other corporations, Treasury checks are allegedly 14 times more susceptible to theft, fraud involving online monetary transactions. The Treasury Department is required by this executive order to modernize its payment system in such a way that electronic payment methods are preferred over paper checks whenever feasible. As a result, the government will be able to reduce waste, fraud, and misuse. During your tenure, it is evident that multiple government agencies have been engaged in this endeavor. Updating tools and procedures is the simplest way to say it. Scott, I believe he was hoping for this, and it will make him a fantastic Secretary of the Treasury. It would have been more appropriate to accomplish this kind of thing 25 to 30 years ago. All right? Moreover, we are currently working on additional initiatives to modernize things. Who knows, maybe we'll pass it on to someone else. In the event that a torrent of countless trillions of dollars enters the XRP system, its price will undoubtedly skyrocket. Nobody can dispute this truth. If your knowledge is correct, the figure might go up to $654 trillion. JPMorgan has declared that they will take XRP, with a market value of $390 billion as payment. A former employee of JPMorgan also predicted that XRP will cost between $7,500 and $10,000.